Hello, everybody. I'm here tonight. I hope you are also. Oh, I popped up. Give me a minute to get it straight. I don't know. I love it when it pops up for me. Okay, there it goes. It was like, I don't know if it's my trackpad on my Mac or what. I'm really having to tap it lately. Of course, maybe I'm just thinking I'm tapping it lightly and I don't know. It's one of those things. I've adjusted it, but it's a couple of years old, so it's probably getting old like me and wants a little bit more attention. I don't know. I hope you're ready for some mystery stamping tonight. I have an interesting card. I will tell you, I did use, some retired ribbon on this because it went with my color. And I don't have any other ribbon that's in that color. And I said, I'm going to use it. So it's okay. I figured somebody won't, most of you don't care. Just give you an idea. I don't know how many are going to come in tonight. It's getting pretty hectic and busy. I know I've been running around trying to get things done. Things have calmed down a little bit, but I still have a list this long of things I need to do and get made and things like that. So I just chip at it a little bit every day. It says I have one viewer, but I think that's my my computer. I don't think anybody's in here yet. I don't know, but if you are, say hello and tell me where you're from. Tonight's card is a quick and easy card. It's not hard. I think the thing you struggle with the most is an image. Oh, I didn't sleep well last night, and so consequently I'm a little tired and everything, but I will do better tonight. Let's see, what's going on in my life. We had a luncheon today. We had our Christmas, the neighborhood, we have a pavilion where they serve meals on Friday evenings and they do a takeout on Tuesday evenings. Well, they did the annual Christmas dinner last weekend. They do it Friday night and Saturday night, and it was jam-packed. So we did that. The place was beautiful. It was gorgeous the way it was decorated, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And they used Winter Wonderland, so it was white tablecloths and there was blue bows around the chairs, pale blue, and silver napkins, and just really pretty decorations everywhere. So it was really nice. Hi, Ruth. So it was nice to go and see some people that it was first time I've dressed up and I don't know how long. It was like, oh, this is fun because I got to dress up really nice and everything. And then today we had our ladies luncheon, which again, it's all the people in the neighborhood are invited. And we had 27 ladies go. We had a very nice luncheon at a nice restaurant downtown. And we had a choice of 3 different options of food. So it was fun. They talked about they usually do it once a month. Hey, Barb. I know that they asked if once a month is too often, and most people said no. Just keep it. Those that can come will. And so that's, it's been fun to do those kind of things because, we haven't done anything for so long with the lockdowns, and now things have opened up, but I'm going home, or I'm going to Maryland in a couple of weeks to see the girls. So I'm limiting what I do. So I'm limiting my exposure, so that, I don't have to worry about possibly picking something up, because there are a lot of people that are fully vaccinated that are getting the new variant and things. So, and I don't want to run the risk of not being able to go see the girls. I haven't seen them since June. They were all here in June. So, and I'm going to have to take a trip out to California. When I was talking to Michaela the other night, she says, Mom, you know you can come out whenever you want. And I'm going, I think that's a hint that I need to go out there. So I'll try and plan a trip to go out and spend some time with her. I think she would like some company. All right, time to get started. Is anybody playing along with me tonight? Barb, I don't think you are because you're probably over at Diane's. But if you're playing along, let me know and we'll go from there. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. And yeah, I figured you weren't because you were at Diane's. So, all right, if you get dizzy, close your eyes. I'm going to flip the phone. I'm going to go upside down first, but then I'm going to flip the phone. So let me do that real quick. Let's see how close I am to being straight. I did pull it back some. Maybe I pulled it back too far. I think I did. Let me go down a little bit. There. That's a little better. Ooh, and it's fairly straight, but I'm going to slide it over slightly. Okay, there we go. I'm going to leave it at that. That's pretty good. All right, clue one were all the supplies that you had to have. And I have to tell you, after I put this down, I realized mine needs a layer, so I'm going to be cutting an extra layer for one of mine. But if you want to do that when you make yours, you can. Okay, so first thing you want to do, and I'm going to slide this over. All right. You want to take the 3.5 by 4 3/4 panel of pattern paper and attach it to the 3.5. Oops, I've got the same size there. This is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8, and attach it to the panel, the coordinating panel that's 3.5 by 4 3/4. I cannot believe I did that. I must have, because I was copying it from the directions, and I'm thinking I may have copied it, but it didn't copy. You know how that is. I got strings, so I got to clean that after this. All right, so we're going to attach this to here, just like this. And this that I'm using is some of the new Heart and Home DSP. It's this one. This is the one pattern in here that I like. The rest of them, I'll be using the backgrounds because I love this. Okay, so that goes on there like that. Oh, how did Happy Birthday get stamped on there? I don't know. Who knows? All right, so I've got that done. All right, the next thing you want to do is you want to add this panel you created to your card base. Okay, so I'm going to fold and burnish my card base. And where's my bone folder? Here it is. And we're going to add this to the card base. Now, I did leave a large area around the side because I wanted a large area to show. So then I'm going to center this on here like so. And this color is Misty Moonlight. And you know, I looked, I had 2 sheets, full sheets of this paper before I cut my card base for this. I have 1 sheet left, and I'm debating because it's like, it retires in April, at the end of April, because the new catalog comes out in May. And it's like, do I really want to buy another 24 sheets? So we'll see. So there's the card base with that. And we're going to set that aside because clue 4 says, using the 2.5 by 3 3/4 piece of neutral cardstock. I need to stamp my image with the ink that I chose. Now, I went looking for an image for here, and I've been drawing the same ones. I realized I love this image, and I have not used it much. So I decided to use that one, and I'm going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight. I wanted something fairly simple to go with that background. And I'm going to stamp it just to the side. And you'll find out why later. So I've got it stamped like so. And then I want a little bling. If you have a sentiment, you want to stamp it also. I'm not adding a sentiment. Did you know if you take your Wink of Stella and you color over after you stamp your image, the ink will bleed and color, but you have to remember to clean off your Wink of Stella pen beforehand. But you can see that not only does it add sparkle, but it adds some color also. Hopefully you can see the sparkle. It's kind of hard to do the sparkle you can see it a little in a video. So I've got that. And here's where I figured this is supposed to go on here, but I went, it really needs a background. So what I'm going to do is I have plenty of scraps of that blue. I'm going to take a piece of blue. Let me see if I can find a scrap that I've cut up or scored that will work. Nope, not wide enough. I don't think this is long enough. Nope. I'm looking at my scraps. I really want to use a scrap. I've got one here that I know will work. Ooh, I think this one will work. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this 1/8 of an inch bigger. So that means, and I just think it needs a background piece for mine. All right, this one was 2.5. So I'm going to go to 2 5/8. So I'm going to cut the length first. This is 3 3/4. So I'm going to go to 3 7/8, like so. Cut that off. And then this was 2.5. So I'm going to go to 2 5/8 and cut that side off. And then I have a background which I just think will look nicer. It'll make it stand out. All right, so I'm gonna add this on here. I gotta watch my bottom. Sometimes I get it on there and my bottom's crooked. Oh, now my top's crooked. There it is. That's better. All right, so I've got that. The next step, I did add it in here, but that's the size that I would use. So that's what I cut. I should have looked at this. Okay, so the next one is to take this image, the two, and glue them together, which I did. And then I want to add it to the center of your card front using dimensionals. Before I do that, I'm pulling in my ribbon. All right. And I'm going to add a ribbon across the bottom. And this is the Retired Misty Moonlight ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a little knot down here. Now, I still have a little bit of this left. Not a lot, but a little bit. All right. So let me have that and this over. All right. Come on, why aren't you going? I don't usually struggle with ribbons. Let me try this instead. All right, there it goes. I just didn't have it right. And then I'm pulling it side to side so it lays that way. I'm going to adjust it so it's even. And I'm going to take my scissors and cut my ends. And see, look, I don't have much of this left. This is it. That's all that's left. Okay, this is going to go on to the center, but it goes on with dimensionals. So I'm going to add my dimensionals on the back here. And I'm going to add a few all around. And you can also add your ribbon to this panel before you put it down if you want. It just depends on what you want. But since my my image wasn't real elaborate or detailed, I guess you could say, there was a lot of white space on my panel. I decided to add my ribbon to the panel, my image panel. All right, so I'm going to add this. Went to the post office today because I had to mail out my Christmas cards. And for some reason, I thought I had 30. Thanks, Barb. So I thought, well, I'll buy 40 stamps. So I went in and I thought, you know, that's not enough. Maybe I'll get 50. So I went in and I said, can I have 50 Christmas stamps? And he says, well, how about 60? I said, yeah, I'll take 60. That's fine. Well, I went out into the lobby and I put the stamps on all my cards. I use, because they sell them in sheets of 20. So I had about, maybe 27, 28 cards. So I have a lot of Christmas stamps left, but I have been getting a few cards of people that I didn't do cards for yet. So I'll just make a card and send to them. Okay, so I've got this and it's going to go in the middle of this panel like so. Okay, that card is done. But I decided I wanted to try out one of the new blings. So I don't know if I want to use the gold butterflies, which I think I do, or these are the iridescent rhinestones. And I think those would look better on something else, but there's a lot of white space, so I think I'm going to use these butterflies. And I have to tell you, mine have slipped, so I'm going to see if I can't. I don't know what happened in the mail. See if I can get them off, if it'll work or not. Nope, it's still got the glue on there. So let me see. I may have lost all of these. Yep, that's not coming off. Let me move to another one. Nope, it's not coming off. So all of these are lost. If this happens to you, just contact Stampin' Up! And say, hey, when they got here, they were all over the place. Because these obviously came off of the backing. And then I got that one. So I got one. So let me put him down. All right, so there's one. I want to use a different size. Are these all the same? Yeah, those are. Give me a big one. Sometimes they don't, there's not enough glue for them to hold. Let me see if I can get one more off of here. Nope, that one's stuck. See, it's not, if it doesn't come off with the backing, it's, because the backing is not a glue dot. Ooh, I wonder if I could use a glue dot. Let me try that. I might be able to save this. The glue dot is bigger, but I can always push it back. Maybe I should roll it first. There we go. Oops, it's sticking up there. All right, so I think I'll try that. I think I'll try rolling a glue dot and use it on the back. So I've got those little butterflies on there. This will be in the new Occasions catalog. They're brushed brass butterflies. A mouthful to say. And I will be using those others with glue dots because they are stuck down to that paper. They're not coming off that paper easily. So there's the card for tonight with the added butterflies, which I think really make it. This is a quick card. Great way to use pattern paper. I don't know about you, but I have a ton of it, and so I want to use up what I have. I have so much from Celebration and the holiday catalog that I haven't used yet, and it's like, okay, I'm going to start using some of this up. And this is new, and I will use this up because I'll use a lot of it for guy cards. But I just thought, well, I'm just going to use it tonight to show you something new. Yeah, it was there. I wasn't certain. I didn't actually buy this. This was sent to me through, because I attended on stage. I got them free. And they're really kind of cute. They're tiny. I thought they would be bigger, but I kind of like the smaller size of them. They're not real big. So just added a little bit of interest. I like to, right about now, I'm tired of, not that we have it, we haven't had any snow, but I'm tired of designing with snow and Christmas. So it's like, okay, I got to use something else. So I just started looking, what haven't I used? And I have a feeling this stamp set's going to retire, and I love this image. So I thought, oh, I've got to use it. So, all right, I'm going to get ready and flip this around. So if you get dizzy, hide your eyes as I flip it up, and then I turn myself right side up. There we go. It's so nice. I love being able to do this. Hey, Carol, we're all done. You'll have to catch the replay. Cute card, though, so you really want to watch. And easy. But, I'm trying to, that's okay. It's quite all right. This time of year, everybody's busy. I'm trying to pull in things to spark your interest and to keep you going, so to speak. So hopefully I gave you some ideas, and pull out that pattern paper. Hey, Renee, thanks. And use that pattern paper. I'm sitting on my holder I didn't even realize I had it back there, for my Misty Moonlight paper. Oh, Carol, I understand. We all have them, especially this time of year. It's like, who isn't going crazy? So, but it was fun doing this. So I know I'm sitting on my paper. I'm trying to get it, because if I don't, I'll bend it. And like I said, I don't have much. I got this much and one full sheet of Misty Moonlight left. So I don't want to have to buy another package, but I have a feeling I will be, because this one uses Misty Moonlight, this paper. And I don't know if there's any others that do. So I may just break down and buy another package. That way I have it. All right, ladies, I'm going to get ready and go. Take Bijou downstairs and outside. Give her her treat for the night. And I'm going to go to bed early tonight because I'm tired. And just relax and enjoy it. I will be back Thursday in the group. I will have a card for you. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably going to use, in fact, my pre-order. That was a real mess up. I placed it December 1st, which is last Wednesday. And I forgot to do the expedited shipping. So I called Stampin' Up! And I said, can I add the expedited shipping? She says, sure. And this is before 11, so it will go out today. So I thought, yay, I'll have it by the weekend. Didn't come. I called today. My order had never shipped. It was still in line, because when you do the expedited shipping, your order gets bumped above everybody else's. So hey Gail, I went, and the girl was very, very nice. She found out that, she says, we do not know what happened, but my order shipped today. It's supposed to be here Wednesday. And they gave me my money back for expedited shipping, because it was like, I paid for expedited shipping, which I wanted it for the weekend. I want my stuff to play. I've got to get my classes designed before I leave for Maryland in a week and a half. So it was like, okay, so it'll be here Wednesday. So Thursday night, I can't remember what I ordered, but I did order some stuff. I'll play with it. I do have, nope, that was from the annual catalog. I'll find something in the new stuff to play with. It'll be fun, because I like to take new stuff and pair it with old stuff. Or not old stuff, but stuff in the annual catalog, because sometimes you just don't like what's in the regular catalog. And so we'll come up with something on Thursday night, and then I'll do another Stamps, Paper, Ink Saturday morning right here, 10:30 a.m. Thanks for coming in, guys. Have a great evening. Hope I see you on Saturday, or if you're in the group, Thursday night. Bye.